Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. It's a little earlier than usual, but wanted to try to give a chance for the EU folks to show up and catch a live every now and then. I'm going to try to do that more often. Obviously, it'll be the weekend streams that is possible because I work during the week. But we're here, and we got a little bit to catch up on because we only had one stream this week on Tuesday. Didn't get the one on Thursday like I wanted. Got a bit busy, but we're here today, Sunday. Time to catch up on what we've got, where we're at this week, and how our prep is coming for the Cyan Beach EX mode. You normally miss the lives. Hey, they're always going to be available on YouTube. You can always catch them on the Lambo Sleeps channel, so you can catch up and see what happened. But not a lot of sneaky snacking, but we didn't expect that because I just logged in not that long ago to change some settings so that hopefully it's a little more enjoyable of a watching experience. Let's see if this worked. Nope, very quiet. How is my volume? That would be why. Okay, that should be good. Ashley, what's up? Good to see you as well. No skill trigger from Suicune is quite disappointing. We've only had 2 so far today, and I've been pretty consistently getting at least 4. So there's still time to get some more throughout the rest of the day, but I really wanted to get it right now because then that means there's more likelihood that we can get 5 or 6 in a day, which is really good. The rest of the team looking pretty nice. The energy pillows have kept up with our energy on Suicune pretty well. I did buy some more from the shop at some point, but used one this morning, put Suicune at 132%. The only downside is that energy recovery down on Suicune. So even on nights where I get a full 100 sleep score, Suicune does not start out the day with full energy a lot of times. So that's unfortunate. Had to use a few more energy pillows than I wanted. Still got 3 left, but we also have a whole week left before Cyan Beach EX, so that's fun. We'll see how that goes. However, the shop reset, so I'm pretty sure I can buy some more energy pillows if needed. But for now, everybody's doing pretty good. Did anyone get a ribbon, perhaps? Doubt it. No ribbons. How close are we? Maybe by the end of the week. Not close at all. A long way to go. And quite a ways to go. Okay, so yeah, no more ribbons for anybody anytime soon, unfortunately, but it's not really going to make a big difference. Everyone's capacity is maxed out, so even with the speed up ribbon that Mudkip and Crocodile would get, wouldn't actually make a difference since their inventory is already full. Would give them an extra inventory capacity spot on certain ribbons, but they're way above that capacity anyway, so it wouldn't matter. But things are going well with the berry bombs so far. This week I've just been big chilling. Yeah, I mean, I barely made it to Ultra 4. Got a small dream cluster. I was hoping to at least get Master 3, try to get that Heracross incense, but no luck. Yeah, I thought about once I got to a point where the inventory was capped on, like, for Alligator and maybe the Blastoise, you know, once we get a few inventories at $9.99, swapping out Suicune for, I don't know if I would do targeted ingredients necessarily. I mean, it probably would be the smarter move just to specifically get what I need, or swap in for Vaporeon and just get a bunch of random stuff. Probably would do targeted ingredients because I want to get set. I'm trying to remember, does it line up with Curry Week, the release of Cyan Beach EX? Those are the same week, I feel like, but I'm not sure. It is? Okay, so yeah, I do need to get a little bit of stuff. Actually, no, I don't. If I'm gonna use a good camp ticket, I don't need to, because we're gonna get tons of milk once we collect from Blastoise. So there's that. If I use a good camp ticket, I don't don't know that I will. Yo! Hi, Bufin, how's it going? Good to see you as well. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna use a good camp ticket. I probably won't, because that first week is just gonna be testing it out, seeing what's up. Don't really know that it's worth using a good camp ticket for. There it is. That's the phrase. However, we're gonna get a bunch of corn and sausage from Mudkip and Feraligatr. Getting ginger is easy enough, and getting some herbs is also going to be easy. So that's really, herbs is the only thing we need to worry about from Dragonite, which I could easily just swap out Suicune for Dragonite for like a day once everybody's at capped inventory and be done with it. So I'm not super worried about ingredients, especially since that first few weeks until we get our area bonus a little higher. I feel like berries are a little stronger in those first couple weeks, but we'll see what happens. For now, I feel like we're actually in a good place, even though I don't have what I need to make that first breakfast meal yet. Just need to get some herbs, and I think we're good. That or the milk that we're going to collect anyway. To that end, could just put like Flareon or somebody on the team just to get a quick double skill trigger. Oh yeah, no, for sure we're gonna get the milk we need from Blastoise. That's without a doubt. And you'll see here in a minute why I say that. But yeah, could swap in Flareon instead of Suicune, get a couple of skill triggers real quick and be done with it, and then make Overgrow Avocado right off the bat. So we'll see. What would be kind of odd exactly? Not using a good camp ticket? I mean, we're gonna get a ton of ingredients once we collect from everybody. That's for sure. That is for sure. Let's check in on our Nap Island, because that is getting close to maxing out on our pickup box. Yeah, that would not be great, but is what it is. I'm also going to have to be very particular about not collecting too much of the ingredients before I make breakfast on tomorrow morning, just to make sure I don't like collect 5,000 milk and fill up my bag with instead of getting the herbs or something that I need, and then have to turn around and sell them instead. So got to be careful of that, unless I get the not tomorrow, next Sunday, next Monday. That's the one. But yeah, tomorrow morning I need to collect this guy. It's just so we can empty out this pickup box. But yeah, we got a whole week to decide what we're gonna do. I do wonder if the game notifies you once you reach that 999 capacity. Does it tell you, hey, this Pokemon can't collect anymore? Collect from them so that they can? It would be nice, though I doubt it. Cutie Fly candy. I mean, we got some decent stuff. Getting some Cutie Fly candy is very nice. It will the next time you collect from it, after waiting at least an hour. Yo, Kai, what's up? How's it going? But yeah, we're actually getting some decent stuff from the pickup box. I think last time we left off, we were somewhere around here. So I've gotten some good Cutie Fly candies out of it, plus the fairy type candy's nice. Oof. I mean, what's your energy at right now? Could be not the worst. I mean, getting an energy trigger when you're already near cap is kind of terrible. As long as you're kept above 80, that's pretty good. 51, 54. The XP is slow moving when you don't have that relaxing set, but I'm not paying 700 diamonds for it. Not at all. That's bonkers. Yeah, that's rough. You definitely need one soon. All right, let's check out this sleep report. I don't think there's going to be a ton here because we're not really trying all that hard. And so far this week has not been great, but you know, maybe we'll be surprised. We are on EX. Maybe we'll get a random shiny. Yeah, gotta get that honey. Ooh. Yeah, recovery down is rough. Almost 100. Almost 8.5 hours of sleep. That looks pretty balanced. That looks like a good sleep, actually. Looks like the right combination of up, down, up, down. Yeah. See, I don't want my Venusaur to get XP because if it gets to 60, then it ruins my honey production, so I try not to use mine overnight, if possible. Ooh, hello, Tyrant. It's too bad you're not shiny. I would have loved that. Which I'm totally not jealous about. I mean, nothing really too interesting, to be honest with you. Nothing here that's super crazy. Guess we're just gonna see what's hungry. Candies. Do the candies. And nothing's hungry. That's not good. I don't want to spend any biscuits on any of these. I mean, I guess actually I could use a better Abomasnow. I do need a better Abomasnow. Save it for tomorrow then. Get that mission done easily. I would have if I didn't need a better Abomasnow and if I hadn't already fed it. Rabambi candy. Barely moved the needle. 16,500 dream shards though, I'll take it. That's good for me. That's good stuff. Eventually. And you'll have the candies for it when you get there. When you're ready for it, the candies will be there. Yeah. Ew, I already don't like this. ABC? No, thank you. No, thank you. That's awful. This is a terrible, terrible Snover. Not even gonna bother. That is the worst. Let's see. Rabambi. Corn is C. Oil is B for Rabambi. Yeah, Kai got there. I know, man, I know. Helping bonus and berry finding, it's so good together. You know what? You convinced me. I think I am going to build up that Snover. That's a pretty solid one. I can't believe we caught that. That's such a rare find. I mean, I'm joking that it's a rare find, but it is actually a rare find. But not going to build it. Not going to do that. See, I think I have an AA, what is it? We can check real quick. Let's see, Venusaur, it is honey potatoes, so that makes it, yeah, AAC. Which I don't like. I don't like that my Venusaur's AAC. That's awful. The worst. The terribles, as they says. Maybe we can get some good community reports. There's 11 of them. I had 30-something this morning, so I guess I crossed the threshold into 2 different sleep report breakdowns. I don't know exactly when the timing is for the reports being sent out, but I think I had 2 of them when I collected. Only one that doubled up out of 11. That's really bad odds. With 11, that should have been like 3. 1 out of 11 is less than 10%. That's terrible. That's terrible odds, but oh well. I mean, at the end of the day, candy's candy, and I'll take it. I also didn't catch anything really interesting this week. I'm trying to see. Let's see. When did I catch this one? The 24th, so that would have been last week. This one, I think, did we already rate this, or did we not? I thought we rated and named everything last week, but maybe we didn't. Yo, Mythical, what's going on? Appreciate you dropping by. Have a good night. We'll see you next time. I was hoping to stream earlier so the people that normally wouldn't be able to make it could make it, but I guess it's still not early enough. Caught a good Noibat on Monday. I feel like I saw that. I feel like I saw that in the Discord. I didn't see the shiny happen, but I feel like I saw that Noibat, and it was a pretty good one. But yeah, I guess we did not rate this one. So let's do that. Let's do that. Also, I just realized there is something missing, but that's an easy fix. Which means there's a sound that wouldn't play. Look at us fixing stuff on the fly. Okay. We should be good. That feels bad. Both of those feel bad, but especially having to use a Grape Biscuit on a not good shiny. But at least you got the good Noibat. You know, it's a good consolation prize. ABB. Let's see. Will you be good to me? Helping Speed S, Helping Speed M. Inventory up L and M with Ingredient Finder. I don't think this one's gonna be good. I don't know. This might be actually a decent candidate for a neutral mint. Might be. Because then we can get rid of that speed of help down, and we don't need ingredient finding on a Chimchar. So this might actually be a pretty solid candidate for that, if everything else is good. Let's see. Do we want expected skill count, or do we want total strength? I think we want total, right? With this one, we want total. Oh, that's the worst, Kai. I think we do want total on this one. I think all berry bursts are total strength. But I have read some things that say this one doesn't operate exactly like the other berry bursters, so I don't know. But we're gonna rate total, we'll see what's up. Yikes. That modest nature is really dragging it down. I thought it would have been a lot higher with the helping speed. We're already at level 50, so let's take a quick peek here. 27.5 versus 38. Yikes. Yeah, this is not going to be good. Just out of curiosity, before I change the stats, let's go to skill count. That's pretty good. Yeah, I don't think this is going to fare much better. 3.5 versus 4.9, basically 5. Okay, let's assume we make it a neutral nature. And that does make it better, but not by much. Not by much. This is turning out to not be as good as I had expected it to be, but then again, it doesn't have berry finding, so kind of not surprising there. And I think we really need a main skill up nature as well. Oh yeah, duh. I didn't even realize this thing has no main skill chance up at all. Never mind. This This was never going to be good. I was just completely overlooking that fact and just relying on the fact that it was all speed. Okay, well, you know what? You can go live with the professor then. There's no point in holding on to that. Piplup, berries. Does have berry finding. Does have ingredient down. But has ingredient finder at 50. And doesn't get speed till 80. XP gains though. I misread that for a second. I thought you said you caught a level 53 Trapinch. I was about to ask you how you did that. I need to know your secrets. How do I catch Pokemon at level 53? That would be swell if we could. I don't even need them to be that high of a level. If they could just be in the 30s, that'd be fantastic. Of course, once they give us Pokemon in the 30s, I'm going to start begging for ones in the 40s. So, you know, I'll never be satisfied. That's the wrong one. I meant to click this. I really would have preferred ABB. Would have been nice. But it is what it is. Sleep XP bonus. That's good. Plus XP gains. Sleep XP bonus and XP gains. Yikes. That's a solid combo. I like that. Berry finding also good. Ingredient finder S. Is it one of those that's just on the edge of being good, but not quite there? I mean, honestly, that's pretty good. It's a good start, but I'm wondering what the nature does to ruin everything. That's what I need to know. Neutral? Oh, it doesn't actually ruin it. Just not the best. Okay. Berry strength alone. I don't care about the ingredients. Yeah, this one's not bad. I didn't expect it to be terrible, though, given that it has berry finding at 25. Certainly could be a lot better. If we could get it to 25,000 at least at level 50, I think I'd be all right with that. Definitely have the time to catch something better, that's for sure. Also, it's very odd that I have a subscription to this site, and yet the thing keeps popping up telling me to subscribe, even though I have one. I don't know if that's happening to anybody else. I am. Yeah, I checked. I'm logged in. Yeah, I think it's like every 30 days or something it auto logs you out. But I am logged in. That's why we can see everything in my box. But I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm gonna hold on to this one just for now. Am I? Am I really? No. Yes. I think I might, just in case I get to a point where I need one. See, this is where it gets tough. I want to hold on to it just in case I come across a scenario where I need a Rost berry. Oh, actually, no, it wouldn't even be Rost. It turns to steel. A blueberry gatherer. But at the same time, I want to keep hunting something better, you know? I just had a thought. Someone asked the other day, what's the next legendary trio going to be? What if we get the Reggies instead? What if we get all 6 of them? All 6 Reggies at once. I'll probably get all 5 first, and then get Regigigas after that. Surprisingly good at water berries. Oh, yeah, it is water type. I don't know why I was thinking it was Rost berries. Star, hello. How are you? Yeah, Star. It's a good thing you showed up. I did this stream early just for you. That would have been very odd. Would have ruined my day, to be honest with you. Talk about a surefire way to make a sad Lambo. Would have been terrible. But we no longer have to be sad. Star is here, and so we can be happy. We can be very happy. That is true. Only the swords of justice. Okay, okay. Care to elaborate? I'm curious as to your thought process there. Okay, yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Playing some board games, hopefully some interesting ones. Yeah, that's true. That is true. But then the question becomes, what do we get whenever Taupe EX comes out? What's the mythical that lines up with Taupe EX at that point? Is this a pattern they're gonna do? Or is it just a one-off for Cyan Beach? That's the question then. Wrong game, Star. Victini? Yeah. Yeah. I really want to say Regigigas for Taupe because Regigigas is in a cave, but at the same time, it's normal type, so it doesn't really make sense with the typings of Taupe Hollow, but Marlon, what's up? And now I'm jealous of your Piplup. Now I don't even want to keep this Piplup. I think I am going to, just in case we need it, to be honest with you. I mean, it's not hurting to hold on to it. And if I catch something better, I catch something better. If I don't, I don't. You know? That's why I'm staying at EX right now, because I've maxed out area bonus everywhere else. So it's just wasting area bonus for me to not go to EX, you know? So that's why we're here. So far so good. We haven't delved into that yet. Just rating some of the stuff that I caught this week to see if there's anything worth keeping. But yeah, we can dig into that here in a bit. I mean, you still could go to 85. One more week. See, this is the ingredient spread I want to see on a Piplup, but no berry finding. So this one's gonna go to the professor. Everywhere, including EX? That's impressive. Again, no berry finding. Nothing really too fantastic about this Piplup, so we'll get rid of that one too. I don't know. I feel like you might be able to. Do we have boosted cooking strength that week? I haven't really looked at the news, to be honest with you. See, this is one that looks like it could be good too. I think you might be able to. Because where did I get? Master 17, I think. And I wasn't even really trying for Master 20. And I could have prepped better. If I had prepped better, I probably wouldn't have got to 20, but I could have probably got 19. And I was only at 60%, so if you're at 80, I think you could probably pull it off. Yeah. Yeah, I think you could probably pull it off. Especially if you got favorable berries. But I don't even think it's necessarily needed for favorable berries. especially if you're going to use a good camp ticket. Avocado curry. The overgrow, the avocado gratin. I'm so behind on everything. I don't even know the recipes like I used to anymore. That does indeed. I don't think this is the chimchar I want either. It's decent, but it's not good enough. Not good enough. Why not the chimchar? It needs speed and preferably berry finding. I'm okay without berry finding if everything else is lining up, but preferably berry finding. Crustle's fantastic. I can't praise Crustle enough, to be honest with you. This Monferno, actually somewhat decent. I don't think it's going to be good enough. I think that nature is going to kind of mess it up. But it's somewhat decent. Decent enough that I'm willing to check. Coffee would have been nice. But can't dwell on what could have been. At least we can get inventory up L immediately at 25. Skill trigger M at 52. With helping speed, I mean, everything is good. The sleep XP bonus is kind of so-so, but that will help push it to 70. So that's really good. The ingredient finder is the only thing we really don't want. And the naughty nature might balance out in our favor. Maybe. But worst case scenario, it's something we use a neutral mint on. But let's see. Terrible. Terrible if you look at skill count alone. Which is bad. 3.5 versus 4.9. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. But we forgot to put it on total strength. That's the one we want. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't do much good if you can't get what you need. I feel that. That makes more sense. 26 versus 38. Yeah, it's not good enough. I don't even think giving it a neutral nature is gonna save it. I think it truly needs a beneficial nature. Yo, what's going on, Dale? We are continuing our berry bomb prep. Yeah, 26,000. Yeah, it's just not good. Sadly, not good enough. That nature kind of ruined everything. Main skill chanced up with ingredient finder down. That would have been fantastic. I would have loved that, but nope. That nature it has ruined it all. All right. Well, at least we can say we checked. I already know this one's terrible. We're not rating that because we just caught it and it was awful. I have seen quite a few legendary Cyndaquil this week, so that's good. But yeah, we'll check that berry bomb here in a bit, Dale, if you want to hang out for just a few minutes. Let's see. Is the spiel worth rating? No. Nope. Does have the right nature, but double ingredient finder up? Terrible. And no berry finding, which we need for it to be better than the one we have. Last one we need to check is the Trico, which is not terrible, but it's not good. It's not good. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, it definitely was. I've got so much drowsy power. I don't even know what to do with it. Yeah, that Trico's not going to be in the running compared to our other Tricos anyway, so there's no point in holding on to it. Cyndaquil, no berry finding and speed down, terrible. Yep. Still need to find a good one. Never found a good Cyndaquil back in the day because it was so hard to find. And this one ain't it either. Not at all. So that's what we've caught for the week. Nothing too crazy. Did we not add this to our box at all? Am I really just slacking even though we're doing all this together? It's very possible. Yeah, I did not add this to my box somehow. Well, let's go ahead and add this one and then we can go check on that berry bomb, see how that's going. I know it's not going to be good, but it's okay, I think. Which is actually a solid idea that I should have started sooner. But, you know, smooth brain. My brain is as smooth as my scalp, so is what it is. Is what it is. We'll have to start doing that moving forward. Research XP bonus, skill trigger M, inventory up. I mean, this one's not terrible other than the nature. The nature really just kind of ruins it. But again, that's what we have neutralizing mints for. And energy recovery bonus, actually quite good. It's a decent capstone feature. But I feel like by level 80, we're not really worried about energy as much. With a lax nature. You know what I mean? By level 80, we just ain't worried about it. Yikes. And I believe this one also needs at least 5 at 50. No, this one needed more. I think this one we were shooting for 5.3 at 50 before we call it a good one. 3.7 just ain't it. Okay. And with a neutral nature, I bet you that doesn't change things. I mean, wouldn't be the worst. Would not be the worst. 4.3, it's still a long ways away from 5.3. You know, with the skills on this one though, what about at level 70? Maybe at level 70 things change with the neutral nature. We'll let this one run a little bit and we'll see what's up. But anyway, level 65. Come on, we just need one more. Yikes. That's 80 is so far away. I mean, I know it's closer than 100, but it still feels forever away. You know? Hi, Nomad. How are you? Can I help you? Yeah? What's up? Main skill down, speed up Chimchar. He tries. He's also a little hoodlum. He was apparently throwing a fit because he wasn't in here with me and pouting. I see he got in trouble too. You got squirted with the squirt bottle, huh? That's why your ear's wet? He is orange. He's very much orange. And it shows. Anyway, yeah, level 70, it does make it better, but still not as good as I would like. At level 70, it would need to be at least 5.7. So, yeah. Sadly, this isn't gonna be one that we build up. I would love a usable shiny, but it is what it is. Buddy, you're gonna have to lay down though if you wanna hang out. Can't be eating the microphone. Let's see. Let's change this back and we can save it to the box. Level 15. Shiny. Yeah, ABB. And then we'll just save those as they are, because if we're ever gonna build it, we're gonna invest the seeds anyway. So we'll leave that as is and change that to, what was it, lax nature? Yeah. Yeah. There we go. All right. And then that is rating on the wrong nature, so let's go ahead and just switch that back to lax. It comes and goes. Some days are way better than others. Some days are way worse than others. Today is not that bad, but I didn't really do a whole lot of talking yesterday, so I imagine that's part of it. But Nomad, my guy. But yeah, it's a day by day thing, sadly. Hello. Still got to wait on the doctor's appointment to get it, not even get it checked out more. I mean, I'm sure they're going to check it out during the appointment, just to kind of measure progress, but then also get referrals sent off so I can go have further imaging done to see if they can figure out what it is. You know, all the fun stuff. But we're just taking it day by day. That's all we can do. I meant to hit calculate on that. I'll let that run in the background so that I can get whatever this thing is going to be named once we're done. Plus, we have a pretty good one anyway. I think this one was much better, but we can check on that later. Given what actually was wrong, I wouldn't expect it to be, but it's not impossible. Not impossible. But more candy. We do love that. We'd like to see more candy. Now, what do we have? Let's check on the berry bomb. Even though I doubt we're going to get anything from Suicune right now, a singular skill trigger would be nice, but I would definitely take a double. Nothing. Nothing at all. So yeah, not doing great today. Only 2 so far. However, if we compare these two, let me get both of them on screen at the same time and just see how much each of them has. It just keeps going. And going. And going. Finally stopped. I imagine there's probably maybe like 500 or so, 400 to 500 berries and ingredients in both stacks. And Mudkip was put on the team last. But they're all level 60 berries, so however many berries that is times level 60 strength is what we're going to get next Monday. So I can't complain about that. Croconaw, a little bit easier by himself. That's a lot of sausage and oil. I forgot we were getting oil too from Croconaw, because I think it's ABA or ABB or something. I did that with my Vaporeon. I was going to start stacking berries with Vaporeon and accidentally collected everything, and that's when I decided I was going to just go ahead and level up the Mudkip and put it on the team instead, because I was mad at myself and took it out on the Vaporeon apparently. Yes, which is also very good. Very good, as I believe it was Ace was just saying earlier that Piplup is quite a good waterberry specialist gatherer. This guy, though, this is where the real money is. That's where the real money is. Talk about a collection that just keeps going. And going. And going. And going. And going. And it's done. So I'm thinking probably 500 to 600 is in there between sausage and berries. So, but he's also been on the team since day one, since we started the berry bomb. So that wouldn't surprise me if that's how much is in there. We still got a ways to go before we are ready to swap out Suicune. Once everybody gets to the cap of $9.99, and then we'll swap out for, probably gonna do the Flareon thing. Swap out, try to get a couple of skill triggers really quick, just so that we can make the Overgrow avocado gratin for breakfast next Monday. But let me go ahead and get to a menu so that I can put all that back in their inventories before I accidentally collect it, because that would be the worst, to ruin all that hard work. But that's where we're at so far after just a week, so imagine where we'll be after a full 2 weeks of this, and we're not even at a full week yet. Yeah, exactly. And try to get, hopefully, at least 30% odds of getting that extra tasty breakfast. Would be nice. Would be nice if we could pull that off. But we'll just have to see how things go, you know? Honestly, if we get at max capacity early enough, we could try to do the forced extra tasty trick. But I think that would require us to get to max capacity probably like Thursday, and then get the two pot expansions quickly. No, I wouldn't do that. I would probably, if we got to max capacity Wednesday night so that I could swap in Thursday, I would probably swap into Dene first, get all of the skill triggers to put us at maximum extra tasty odds. Yeah. No, I guess it doesn't really matter. You can't, no. But you can do the trick that we've used in the past with the Orange Brigade, where we get our extra tasty chances up to the maximum level, and then that will force us to not be able to collect their skill triggers, but still be able to collect their berries and ingredients and empty out their inventory, so that we can force them to guarantee exactly 2 procs on Monday. We could use that trick. So that I could guarantee 30% extra tasty odds on Monday. No, I would do both. I would get the pot expansions and the 20% odds. Swampert? Do tell, why Swampert? Yeah, Berry Finder with extra tasty is really good. 'Tis really good. But I'm curious how that works out, given that the berries are random. Also true, yeah, if we got dark. If we got dark berries. But aren't there other Pokemon that have the same combination? Berry Specialist with extra tasty? It's not just those two, right? I feel like there's others. Is it only those two? Crazy. Could have sworn it was others. Tasty chance. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, yeah, I mean, if you get ground or dark berries and you have a good version of either of them, that's really good. That Torterra didn't turn out very great. That shiny one is 54. That's fun. Yeah, but that's an ingredient specialist. Talk about berry specialist with extra tasty. It's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Good thing we got this one. Oh yeah, it is skill specialist. You're right. Yeah, this one's pretty good. This one's not bad. That XP gains down though is pretty rough. I think it's still, even though it's 94, it's still not living up to my 5.3 of 50 that I wanted. Sadly. And then there was one more thing that we haven't yet had a chance to talk about. New Pokemon got announced. We got a new one coming. New arrival, Hawlucha. Of course, it's a flying type. So we got the flying type Hawlucha coming, which no surprise there. Actually, kind of surprised me that we were getting Hawlucha, but no surprise that it's flying type considering Cyan Beach is coming. This was not the Pokemon I was hoping we would get with Cyan Beach, but is what it is. It's pretty good. Well, it might be. I don't know. It's slumbering, so we'll see. I am assuming. What was I assuming its type was gonna be? Not type, specialty. I actually don't know. I don't even think I had an assumption for what its specialty was gonna be. I remember thinking about it when this was first announced, and then I've slept since then. So I don't remember what my thoughts were. That's how much I am looking forward to it, because it's gonna be 16 pips at least, and I don't care for the 16 pips. So that'll be fun. That will be fun. But it's coming to Cyan Beach, August 10th, 4 a.m. Child, why are you always getting into things? See, he doesn't just pout when he's not in here. He gets into stuff when he's in here. We're cramming all the excess candy that we don't need. The same ones we always cram. The Pikachu candies, the Ditto candies, not the Gulpin candies. We need those. We need the Gulpin candies, the Rattata candies. All the stuff that we don't really need anymore. Let's see. We've got a lot. Number held. Turn it upside down. We can definitely cram some Caterpie candies. Some Jigglypuff candies. Yeah, there's a lot. Some Ekans candies we could throw in there. Mareeps. Yeah, Wobbuffet candies. Those are good ones to throw in there too. I don't think I have a lot because people don't send it out. Lapis, that's the one. Lapras was the one I was hoping for with Cyan Beach as a water type healer. That's the one I was talking about the other day. Thank you for reminding me. I know you didn't say Lapras, but Lapis made me think of it. But yeah, there's tons of candies we could cram in there. Tons of stuff to throw in there. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I really feel about Hawlucha. It's really going to depend on how it turns out. Like I said, it's going to be 16 pips. So I'm not really super excited to try to catch it, because those are always the most annoying to catch. I mean, yeah, cool. We get the summer festival. That's cool. The curry and stew event. Dishes multiplied by 1.5. The Cramomatic. We'll get water flying and bug types more likely to show up. Hi, Nomad. Welcome back. What's up, buddy? Yeah? You trying to make me feel better about Halucha coming to the game? Is that what you're doing? And then, of course, pseudo balanced sleep. The Crambomatic probably the most interesting thing about this event. Plus, the new recipe, we'll see how that works out. I don't even know that I really am super excited to catch any of these, to be honest with you. Are there 2 new recipes or is it just 1? Oh yeah, it is 2 new. Yeah, it said 2. 2 new curry and stew recipes that'll be added August 10th at 4 a.m. No. We named him that because he was always wandering all over the place when he was younger. Never content to sit still, always getting into things, always running all over the place. Basically, as soon as he could walk on his own, he was always wandering off. I think... What's up, Terrell and Onyx? I think you need to get Master 18 on regular Cyan Beach. Let's go check. Let's see. Requirements. If you reach Master 18 in the following areas, expert mode will be available to play on Cyan Beach. So you need to get Master 18 on both regular green grass and Cyan Beach, is what it looks like. So as long as you've hit Master 18 on those 2 islands, which most everybody will have by now, and if you haven't, they're the easiest ones to do, so it should be pretty straightforward, then yeah, you should be good. I mean, yeah, Swap Blue Candy's pretty good. Altaria is still a pretty solid Pokemon. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Curry Week, just not really looking forward to Halucha, you know? The new recipes will be added 4 a.m. August 10th as well. Oh, I didn't notice this before. They actually tell us what we need. Okay, we need herbs, oil, ginger, and soybeans. I did not catch this before when I skimmed through. I didn't realize they told us exactly what we needed. Then tasty mushrooms, fiery herbs, bean sausage, and warming ginger. Okay, well, at least you know what to prep for next week. I would recommend prepping 1 or 2 of those 4 if you're not doing a berry bomb, whichever ones you are going to struggle to get throughout the week, since that's going to be the one you have to keep on your team the entire week, and the others you can swap out pretty easy. But yeah, it's kind of scary, isn't it, Star? Ginger and herbs in both, so you could prep both, but I imagine it's going to be a situation again where one recipe is kind of a mid-tier for the players that aren't as far along their journey, and the other is going to be like top tier for the veteran players. So that's interesting. But getting ginger and herbs together could let you prep for both, whichever situation you're in. I think you might be correct. Because the others are, yeah, kind of mid-tier ingredients, easier ingredients to catch a Pokemon for. So yeah, I think you might be right. I think this may be a scenario where it may not necessarily be the new top-tier dish that's like the #1 thing to make. It might just be something for EX specifically, where it's an alternative depending on what your random berries are for the week. So that would be good. I'd like to see more alternative ingredients or recipes, rather than Overgrow Avocado Gratin always being the #1 regardless of what berries you get. It'd be nice to have some competitors that are pretty similar, you know? That'd be nice. And with how generous they're being with telling us exactly what we need, maybe that's what we're gonna get. But I don't know. I don't believe, to answer your question if I haven't already, I don't believe they told us what his skill is going to be for Hawlucha. We just know it's going to be flying type, and it'll be on Cyan Beach, and it's slumbering. But no, doesn't look like any skill has been announced yet. So we won't know that probably until it drops. But I don't know. We'll see what it is. Chat is guessing that it's going to be a skill or ingredient specialist, or maybe a skill specialist with an ingredient push. We'll see. But other than that, the only thing left to do is check and see if we can sign off with a skill trigger. No, just one lowly Oran Berry. Hopefully by the end of the day, I can at least get 2 more skill triggers. That would be kind of nice. That would be great. Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice, Star. It would be nice if we could get that. But we're constantly playing a game of that would be nice with the developers, so we'll see what they decide to give us this time. I think we will eventually. They might let us expand up to 99. Maybe. Maybe. That might be where we stop. But it also depends on what islands we get in the future. If we do get some more normal mode islands that are more difficult without having the EX randomizer attached to it, then maybe we get further pod expansions beyond that. But who knows? I would like to see more normal mode islands that are just different combinations of the berry types that we already have. I've said this for a long time. It'd be nice to have those mixes. But I don't know how they're going to do that. I can. I could definitely do that. I mean, I would say that at that point, Gigantamax Snorlax is the island. But yeah, so like I can make Overgrow Avocado Gratin every meal. And that's what, 41, 73, 93, 115, something like that. I could make that every meal. The only thing that was holding me back from making it every meal was Blastoise not being level 60, but it's level 60 now, so I could do that. I would like a better pumpkin gatherer. That would be, yeah, I'm talking about without a good camp ticket. Yeah, I feel like I could make that, just given their current production, I feel like I could make that 3 times a day. Russell is in fact OP. But let's see. Let's just run a quick test. Since you asked, let's see what's up. So let's get this Blastoise. Level 60. Then we've got our Russell somewhere down here. There are so many Gen 1 and Gen 2 Pokemon. I went 3/4 of the way down the list and was still in Gen 3. Where's Russell? You know what? We're just gonna sort it by type. There it is. Also level 60. Also max main skill. Then what else do we need? Herbs. Honestly, Dragonite would be the only thing holding us back, because if it gets more oil than herbs, it will mess us up. That's going to be the only thing holding me back. believe it's level 62. It might be level 63 by now. And then for corn, we got our lovely Beware, which is level 50 now. So I should have put them in the team analysis, not production comparison, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, this would be the only thing holding us back is the herbs. But I also have a triple herb Dratini that I could level up. And if I did that, if this Dratini is at the same as the other Dragonite, then yeah, that'd be fine. This is misleading. We get a lot more than this. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong dish anyway. I'm supposed to be looking at this one. But yeah. Yeah, with the proper switching in and out, I can make this pretty easy. Let's get rid of you because we actually need a Potato Cat. It is, but not by much. Not by much. And with a little bit of prep, I think it'd be fine. A little bit of prep, and eventually we're going to be able to swap out somebody. Because that's what always ends up happening. I always end up having to swap someone out. Where's that dark type? There it is. Potato Cat. This thing brings in so many potatoes. Yeah, that's almost enough for 4 that it brings in one day. Exactly. And that's what I was talking about. Like, I could make this one. I feel like I could pretty easily make this one 3 times a day. The others, maybe not. And I might be a little shy. Like, we may actually put this into practice, and just the way things work out, maybe we're a little shy. But I feel like the couple of areas where we may be just a little bit lacking, because the oil's not a problem. The oil, I always end up with way more than I need between Crustle and Dragonite. The milk is really the only major concern, and even then, all I do whenever that does become a concern is just bring in our other Blastoise to kind of supplement that milk. You know? My Palmont, I believe, is triple cocoa. Where'd you go, buddy? Yeah, triple cocoa. Unfortunately, no. Just triple cocoa. But the other thing that I don't believe this is taking into account is the helping bonus that we would have from a couple of the Pokemon that would be on the team. It would have been nice, but can't have everything. I honestly would have been more happy with ABA. That would have been pretty good. I don't know that I would want C as much. I don't really struggle with eggs anymore. That Blissey is just super busted. ABA would have been good. But yeah, these numbers aren't taking into account the helping bonus that we would have from the Palmont and from this Blastoise. And then once we get to a point where we can swap out, one of them would also get helping bonus from, I mean, depending on where we're at, from Altaria or another Pokemon with helping bonus. Yeah, and I hope we get those new islands, honestly, Ace. I would love to see that. Yeah. And the other thing is, like, if I actually was to get my Pokemon to 70, that would also change things pretty drastically. Because now that we've got the sub-skill rework, that also helps quite a lot. Here's what you need. Right there, 123. If we got this to 70. If they were all 70, just makes it that much better. Yeah. It'd be nice if we alternated. I would love if they alternated. Give us one EX and then give us one normal island. It's about time. Hello, Hannah. Hello, friends from the con. Hannah's super late. Hannah's really late, and it's all y'all's fault. But yeah, so if we got them all to level 70, then, I mean, we're in an even better spot. But this is also for 115 ingredient meal. You were asking, could we make something that's 99 consistently? I think even if we can't make 115 consistently, if we can come close to making it consistently 3 times a day, then 99 shouldn't be a problem, you know? Let's see. I definitely can't make this one, but it also depends on the ingredients. Because I definitely can't make this one. I don't have the leaks down. Everything else I feel pretty comfortable with, especially once we get that Rabombi to 60. But definitely can't make this because of the leaks. For salads, what's the closest? That one, Defiant Coffee Dress Salad. I actually feel like I could make this one. Yeah, I could probably make that one pretty consistently 3 times a day. Hannah's super late to the party. That's what you get for showing up late. You get the sass. Starry sass. Then this is probably the next closest one to 99, which, yeah, I definitely feel like I could make that pretty consistently. Clodsire Eclairs 3 times a day without a good camp ticket. Well, that's okay because I'm not staying long anyway. We were just wrapping up and trying to answer this question before we departed. But yes, to answer the question, I do feel like at this point in the game, like once you get to level 60 plus, you could pretty easily make 99 ingredient meals 3 times a day without a good camp ticket, especially if you have a couple of helping bonus Pokemon on your team, but they may not even be really necessary. Might be able to do it even without helping bonus. One more try, Suicune. That's all I needed was one more chance. One more chance. We get sent off with a skill trigger, so that's 3 for the day. Now we only have to hope for one more just to beat the average of 3.5 per day. But yeah, things are looking pretty good. And then, yeah, I'm looking forward to next week, or not next week, but the week after when we get to go to Cyan Beach and we can finally get to pop this berry bomb and see where we get to start that week. Place your bets now on how far this berry bomb is going to take us. Hopefully at least Master 17, but I doubt it. You know, would be a nice start. Hey, you know what? Maybe we'll get there. Who knows? But for now, I'm going to wrap things up. I'm going to get out of here before this gets worse. But thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by, hanging out with us. Hopefully your prep is going well. Y'all have a good evening, day, night, whatever it may be, wherever you are. Don't forget to join us on the Discord. And until next time, later, dudes.